is an issue of the Disney Pixar Cars magazine from September and October of 2012. I got this back at Target in September or October of 2012. Unfortunately, I never had a subscription to the Cars magazine. I only ever bought this issue, but I thought it would be fun to take a look back at this now almost 10-year-old magazine, see what I filled out in it, see what interesting stuff we could find in it, and I just thought it would make for a pretty cool video. And also, I'm sorry for the background noise. My air conditioner window unit is now in, so you'll probably be hearing that in quite a few videos now, so sorry in advance. I've never had a single comment complaining about my air conditioner. It's not really that loud in my videos, but I always feel like I need to apologize for it every year when it first goes in. Anyway guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the fantastic world of Cars, September, October 2012. This was issue number 8. There were several Cars magazine lines back in the day. I don't know if there are any still going on. I think like franchise-specific magazines are a lot more popular in Europe than they are in America these days. I was subscribed to quite a few magazines when I was younger. The Phineas and Ferb magazine, the Lego Club. When I was a bit older, I got a subscription to Star Wars Insider, which is like a really great sort of like semi-official Star Wars fan magazine. I would still be subscribed to that if I mean, I don't know why I stopped subscribing to it. Anyway though, let's take a closer look at this issue of the magazine right here. We've got Lightning and the Music Box Pity from Cars 2, who was barely in the movie. Surprisingly, he doesn't have a diecast, but he very briefly appears in Paris alongside his little, it looks like a hubcap full of nuts and bolts and screws and stuff, like how a musician on the street would leave out like their guitar case so people could drop money into it. You can see it cost $4.99, display until October 16th, 2012. Ka-chow! The race starts now! You're not racing, McQueen, you're hanging with a musician. Get the inside scoop on Cars Land, a Disney California adventure, plus comics, games, and a pull-out poster. I don't think I have that anymore. You got Mater up here, and you can play the Skills and Gears game, my favorite game, finally! Alright, experience the magic of a Disney magazine. No. Wow, look, introducing Marvel Superheroes magazine, their newest magazine. There's the Phineas and Ferb magazine that I used to get. But here you can see, Cars magazine is made from only the finest parts. That's a car pun for you. Road Trip, page 2. Close-up, page 4. Games, page 6. Coloring, page 8. Comic on page 10. Cars World on page 14. Poster on 16. Board game on 18. Comic on 20. More games on 24. Craft on 26. More games on 28. Comic on 30. Cars Club on 31. And Answers on 33. Let's begin. We start off with Inside Cars Land. Woo! Now, for those of you who've never been to Cars Land, it is absolutely beautiful. Easily one of the best Disney lands. Definitely. Even if you're not a Cars fan, you will definitely get something out of Cars Land. But if you're not a Cars fan, why are you watching this video? Get the lowdown on Disney California Adventures Parks revved up new land. So Cars Land was pretty new at this time. You could see they interviewed some of the designers for Cars Land. I'm not going to read through all the interview, but you could pause it and see there. Just pause and see the interview. We do have some fun facts here. Fast facts. The size of Cars Land is 12 acres. That's larger than 9 football fields. Mater's Junkyard Jamboree contains 22 baby tractors, and all of them are different. Look closely to see if you could spot all the differences. You might occasionally see Red the fire truck watering the flowers around Radiator Springs, but if you get too close, watch out. You might get wet too. I don't know if that's still true. I know Red still goes around, but the last time I was in Disneyland in 2019, Red kind of hung out by the exit of Cars Land. Make sure and stick around until sundown to catch the magical transformation of Radiator Springs as the streets come alive with upbeat music and spectacular neon lights. There's nothing better than a good tire ride. There's because Italian accent. Thanks, Cars magazine. That's very unnecessary to write Luigi's dialogue like that. You can get more info and customize your own car at disneyland.com/carsland. Don't forget to visit Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, a swinging tractor ride featuring 7 brand new songs sung by the voice of Mater, Larry the Cable Guy. The Cozy Code Motel, featuring the coniest snacks around. That's not even a pun. From pop cone to chili cone queso, yep. And Luigi's flying tires, where you'll glide and literally float on air from the comfort of an oversized flying tire. Don't forget, there's nothing better than a good tire ride. Tire rides are so good, in fact, that ride closed down within like 3 years of the operation of the park. So pretty cool that this is kind of dated now. That's honestly kind of cool. Next page, close up. Tambay, the French informer. So it's a whole 2-page spread about Tambay. I'd assume they did this on each in each issue for a different character. 3, the perfect number. Tambay is a tiny French vehicle with a very special design. He's only got 3 wheels. His day job, selling spare auto parts at the famous Paris market, Marché aux Pieces. That means auto parts market. I definitely butcher that. Confidential. Then why are you sharing it with a magazine for children? Name, Tambay. Details, informant for British intelligence. Characteristics, very cautious. Skills, uncovers secret information for Finn McMissile. Front wheel, having just a single front wheel does not provide excellent stability. Thus his name, Tambay, which is French for tumble. Spare parts, take a good look at the objects pictured here. Tambay possesses 4 of them. Which ones? Well, you already gave away that he has the hubcap. I don't think he has that. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He has that right there. He doesn't have that. He has that. And he's got that. He has that, and that. Guys, I'm totally in the target demographic for this magazine. Information. Oh, by the way, I have answers on page 33. Information at bargain prices. His job as a spare parts dealer is only a cover. Shocker. Finn and Tambay have been working together for a long time and are old friends. Tambay provides critical information about a lemon meeting in Porto Corsa. Alright. And the next page we have, oh look, we got more for Tambay. Souvenir from Paris. I'd assume that's why this pitty's on the cover, because there's a bit of a focus on Paris. We have a spot the difference between 2 versions of the Ludwig and Gertrude picture. The most obvious one, I'm not going to do this whole thing, but Sidley was photoshopped into this one, which is pretty funny. I love how they always have a giant red circle around one of them. Wait, hold on, we already got 3. 1, Sidley. 2, this, the hubcap full of money on the ground. 3, Gertrude, which I already pointed out. 4, Ludwig is missing his headlight. I don't really feel like doing this whole thing, but if you guys want to, let me know what the other differences were in the comments. We also have this, the Eiffel Tower. Which of the silhouettes below appear in this drawing of the Eiffel Tower? Mark their numbers with an X and circle them in the illustration of this famous structure. So as you can see, it's made up of a bunch of different car parts. Again, I'm not doing all of these things, but you can see some different ones appear. I'd assume all of them appear in some capacity, or at least most, not like this wrench or this other screwdriver. You guys keep giving away one, come on. Using the dots as a guide, color in the spaces, and discover the colors of the French flag. Hey, at least it's educational, right? And the next page we have coloring. Custom colors. Add some color to this scene. Take inspiration from this shot, or let your imagination run wild. Wow, look at how wild my 8-year-old imagination was. Pretty wild. Didn't even color him all the way in. Undoubtedly, the coolest thing about this magazine is the exclusive comics in it. And that's what's on the next page after this advertisement to subscribe to the magazine. Dadgum, that sounds like fun. Ka-chow. This one is called Mater's Specialty. Radiator Springs. A day like any other, more or less. Hey, where did all these cars come from? And more importantly, where are they going? Didn't Mater tell you? Is that Luigi talking or Fillmore talking? It's just kind of in the middle of them. It's right above Luigi, but it's pointing towards Fillmore. I don't know. Tell me what? Now Luigi goes, today's the grand opening of his new store. Mater's Collectible is now open. This is like Hoodstock, man. Hoodstock. We just confirmed that Woodstock, the Woodstock Festival, existed in the Cars universe, and it was called Hoodstock. What kid would understand that reference? What kid is gonna get a reference to Woodstock? Mater has a store? What does he sell? Welcome to Mater's International Accessory Shop. Stuff for minivans, super minis, family and sports vehicles, custom accessories for all tastes. I honestly love this concept. It's really cute. Mater having his own collectible store of stuff he's gathered. And as you can see, we have some nice Easter eggs with Mater's Pit Crew headset and a drawing of Mater the Greater there on the wall. I'll take this rake. Great, pal. You know who gave me this? My buddy Zen Master, a real tough guy. Oh, I like the fact that Mater and Zen Master became friends at some point. And that honestly might be the only time in any piece of Cars material where Zen Master's name is spoken. I was at the World Grand Prix party with my best friend Lightning McQueen when... sometime later. I told him he did a good job, took off all the leaves. Great story, Mater. We have some parts he seemingly cannibalized from other cars. That looks like the front of Tex Dynaco, and that looks like Francesco's spoiler. Thanks. Y'all come back now, George. I want this guy says. Excellent choice. It's all the way from Paris. I was there with my girl and a secret agent. I like him calling Holly my girl. I just arrived at the airport when, story after story, Porto Corso, Italy. You gotta go there, Francis. At first sight, I couldn't believe it. At last, day's end. So how'd the first day go? Mater's Collectibles is now closed. Great. Got rid of everything. As you can see, it's right next to the Cozy Cone, it seems, maybe? Actually, wait. Yeah, it's right next to the Cozy Cone. So this is where Mater's would be in normal canon. That's interesting. Well, normal canon. This probably... There's nothing saying this isn't canon. But, like, this is replacing Mater's hut, it seems. He turned his hut into that store. How'd you do it? Wait, sorry. Great. Got rid of everything in a single day? Wow. How'd you... Oh, okay. So he turns it back to his house because he sold everything in a single day. How'd you do it? Cut your prices in half? Prices? No, everything was free. Free? But... What do you mean free? You didn't make a dime? No, but I did make lots of friends when I told them my story. George, Francis, Alex, Andrew, Sarah, Christine, Michael, Valentine, Nicholas, Adrian, John, Ned. Know what? Mater's the best. Say it loud and proud, Filmer. See, Mater's such a good guy. That's such a wholesome story. The next page is what the table of contents labels Cars World, which is an awful name, but it's a section that teaches you about real-world vehicles, which is really cool and informative to have in a magazine like this. This page is all about electric cars. Now, as I'm sure many of you are very aware, I'm not very good with information about real-world cars, so maybe I could learn something. Although, honestly, I'm not sure how relevant this information is 10 years later, as there have been a lot of advancements in the world of electric cars. I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but, you know, you could pause and read it if you'd like to. Just teaches you some very generic information about sort of solar energy and just electric vehicles. But what I really like is that it shows you different types of electric cars from around the world. We have a BMW from Germany, which is a concept car. We've got a Tesla for the US. We've got a Mitsubishi from Japan, and we have a van, a Transit electric van from the US, as well as this one up here, which is a car from Germany. So I like that sort of variety there. And it's definitely cool to have information on real-world cars in there. The next page is, I guess, the poster for the magazine, which I thought I didn't have, but I think this is it. The unfortunate thing is that with these magazines, the posters always take up, you know, pages that have things on the other side of them. This is part of a 2-page spread. If I wanted to take out this poster, I would have to rip out the back half of the Tesla page. Moving on to the other side, though, we have the famous Skills and Gears game. Here we go, guys. The greatest game ever made, as advertised on the cover. It's a game for 2 players. The object is to be the first player to reach his or her finish. Finn McMissile starts here. Holly starts here. Okay, how to play. Each player begins at their respective starting position. Take turns rolling die. Move the number of spaces. If the player lands on a space whose color matches your opponent's, you must roll that color on your next turn in order to move forward, and then roll again. I'm already lost. Okay, the winner is the first person to reach his or her finish area. Yeah, you already said that at the top, like that exact same way. But you got gears, you got skills and gears that you can use. You'll find a die and tokens to cut out on page 32. Maybe if this video does well enough, I'll do a video where I play Skills and Gears, but please, whatever you do, do not like this video, because I don't want to play this. Alright, oh yeah, we got another comic next. Oh, great. This is another comic called Multicolor Disaster. Multicolor Disaster is a bit different than the other comics in the magazine because it's interactive. Hey Ramon, where are you going in such a hurry? Ramon is running late. Why is Ramon speaking in third person? Lightning McQueen's victory party is about to start. Connect the dots to draw our friend Luigi. See? See what I said? It's an interactive comic. You needed to connect the dots. Ironically, it seems, I was going to say it looks like I colored him in but didn't connect the dots. I did connect the dots. I just did it in crayon, it seems. But don't worry, Ty 10 years later is here to fix the mistake. So now we could actually see our friend Luigi. Does this pen even work? This looks awful. I like how I couldn't even color his eye properly. Was I that bad at coloring things? Oh, that's it. You don't even make the full shape around Luigi. You just give up when you get to the bumper here. Ramon can't go yet. First he needs the right look for the party. Again, why is Ramon speaking in the third person? I think Ramon did it once or twice in the movies, but here everything he says is in the third person like he's Elmo. But is there enough time for a new paint job? Not to worry, my friend. An artist like you won't have any problems. Ramon needs your help. Look at this spray gun, there it is, and find where it's hidden in the scene. Where is that spray gun? It's there, Ramon. Got it. Now which paint? Oops, bonk, splash. Splash. What type of paint makes a splash noise? That's too, like, how about, like, splat? Splash is too, like, liquidy. Oh no, total disaster. Ramon needs a wash. Psh, blub gulp. Alright. Oh, sorry, I thought you said alright. Arg, this paint will come off. Ramon has no time for another coat. It's late. Ramon will have to go to the party looking like this. Sigh. Which of the 3 squares completes this scene? It's 3. This is why I don't like this interactive comic format, guys. Okay? Like, you just took a chunk out of the panel, and that chunk will never be back unless I cut it out and put it there. Then, as you can see, he gets to the party. At the party, Lightning, hey man, sorry to arrive so late. Ramon had a little accident. Hey buddy, your new look is... Which car from this scene does the silhouette below show? It's Pikachu! Seriously, what is their obsession with Luigi in the activities in this comic? You couldn't have picked anybody else? Then again, there aren't many characters that you get a full look at. Most of them are cut off or obstructed by another character. Anyway, buddy, your new look is awesome! Are you serious? Sure, you are a work of fine art. Yes, sir. Just like you done meant to do it. But I thought this was a fashion disaster. Ha, you mean a fashionable disaster. Oh, Lightning McQueen, always with the jokes. A visit to England. Tea and biscuits. Match each vehicle with its teacup. Wow. Wow, of course, because it's England. Everybody's drinking tea, Cars Magazine. Real inventive. Match each vehicle with its teacup. Tip, check the kind of tea and the number of biscuits, if any, they prefer. Alright, well, the Queen likes this tea and 2 biscuits, which is 3. Army truck. This is actually Andy Gearsdale. That's interesting. Seems he likes 2 bags of tea and no biscuits. That's him. He's 1. Sergeant Highgear, Queen's Guard. Is that. And Topper Deckington is that. Wow! Look at that, guys. We are professional tea and biscuit matchers. Number 2, tea time. More tea. You guys couldn't have come up with anything else? Look at this. Prince William is expected at the palace for tea. Help him get there by taking the right road. Along the way, you'll find the 4 letters that spell the time that the Queen makes her afternoon tea. Write them in the spaces provided. So, as you can see, Prince William just wants to get to the palace for tea. There is no palace, but okay. And there are constant dead ends with one a screen cap of one of the British police officers from Cars 2, stopping him at every dead end, because the Prince of England is going to be stopped by the police when he goes down the wrong road when he's trying to get T. But if I just use my finger here, F, I, V, it's 5. She makes the T. She makes the T at 5. See, F, I, V, E, and if you go around, that's a V. There you go. It's 5. Sorry to spoil it for you guys, but yeah. Answers are on page 33 though, in case you need help. All right, the next page is a pop-up lightning. And just like the other activities, you'd ruin another page if you do it. Pop-up lightning. You'll need 2 pieces of sturdy construction paper, safety scissors, glue, crayons, or markers. Another ka-chow. Every time McQueen speaks in this magazine, he just says ka-chow. Tip: ask an adult to help you. Man, I can't do this then. Alright, next page. No, I'm just kidding. But as you can see, there's sort of a scenery that you have to make yourself. But don't worry, they provide a tree for you. And a McQueen. Shoot, before you cut out this page, take a gander at page 28. That there game's fun. I don't care who you are. Yeah, see? 28 is the game on the backside. Even Mater's like, yo, do this first. Add up the dice. Number games. Okay, so here, of course, we're promoting gambling. This is the Casino Pity from Cars 2. Really interesting renders all throughout this magazine. Some renders you don't really see anywhere else. Like, when's the last time you saw artwork of Andy Gearsdale or one of the Casino Pities? Add up the dice. Find the pairs of same colored dice whose sum is 7. For example, 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, and 3 plus 4. And mark them down with an X. Then write the number on the remaining die below and add up the total. Is this how gambling works? Is this gambling? I don't know. I've never gambled myself, but is this how it works? Is this what it's like in Vegas? Everybody's just counting up multicolored blocks to get the total. Jumping around. A game for 2 players. Ooh, another game. Place tokens on start. Take turns rolling. What does this have to do with Cars? Wait, this actually seems kind of fun. It's not Cars themed in the slightest, but take turns rolling the die. Advance the number of spaces shown, then jump to the space indicated. If you jump to a yellow space, mark 1 point on your scoreboard. And the winner is the first player to reach either the finish area or complete the scoreboard. So start. If you roll 1, you jump to 20. Wow. Almost instant win. But if you get 20, you jump to 6. And if you get 6, you jump to 14. And if you go to 14, you go to 10. If you go to 10, you go to 17. If you go to 17, you go to 11. If you go to 11, you go to 13. If you go to 13, you go to 4. If you go to 4, you go to 18. If you go to 18, you go to 22. If you go to 22, you go back to 8. If you go to 8, you go to 5. If you go to 5, you go to 12. If you go to 12, you go all the way back to 2. If you go to 2, you go to 3. If you go to 3, you go to 16. If you go to 16, you go to 19. If you get to 19, you get to 15. If you go to 15, you get to finish. Wow. That is... How would this keep a kid's attention? It's a pretty fun game concept, and I'm sure they took it from somewhere else, honestly. But it's certainly interesting, but it's not even Cars themed. Anyway, we have another comic here. Let's go. All right, Super Secret Hide and Seek. I remember this one actually. Radiator Springs. Mater's playing hide and seek with his friends. 23, 24, 25. Ready or not, here I come. Why does he look so malicious there? He looks so evil. Found you. I told you this wasn't a good spot. Found you already. Found you. Hey, you're a wizard, my friend. That actually sounds like a very Cars 1 Fillmore quote. I don't know, it seems like the type of thing Fillmore would say when you pass by him in one of the video games. Found you too. Arg, I can't believe it. Don't you mean Arg, Ramon can't believe it? I thought Ramon spoke in first person here. Also, I like how it's the Sir Tomater version of the sign. This whole magazine reeks. Cars 2 just came out. Haha, I won! I've never won a hide and seek before. If I knew you wanted it for this, I would never have let you use our super satellite seeker, Mater. The end. Ah yes, classic Mater. Using dangerous technology for his own personal enjoyment. And it seems, I think this is the last page. Welcome to the club. It's the Cars Club, the most exclusive club. Send us your drawings and we might print them in the magazine, like these readers below. Make sure to also send us your letters telling us what you liked about the issue. Don't forget to pick up the next issue for more fun with your friends from the world of cars. We have Robin, age 12, from, I think, KS is Kansas. This is really fun, Holly. Yes, it is, Mater. We have Hunter, age 6, and we have Matthew, age 8. Really sweet that they feature some art there. You know, it's really inspiring. Here are the dice and the answers and just a picture of Red for some reason with some red stripes behind him. But, you know, I think it's really sweet that they feature kids' artwork here. And you know what? I feel really inspired by this magazine, and I would love to be printed in a future issue of the Cars magazine from 2012. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah. Dear Cars magazine, my favorite part of the issue was when the Queen wanted tea. I hope you like my art. Much love, Ty, age 6. As you can see, I drew my very own piece of art of Evil Mater from my favorite comic, Super Secret Hide and Seek. Look at that. Yeah, I even signed the release form. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video taking a look at this old Cars magazine. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it was definitely a bit different than what I usually do, but I'd love to do some more stuff like this in the future. I've got quite a few different Cars books and other interesting things I'd love to take a closer look at with you guys. Do you have any memories of the Cars magazine? Did you ever read it? Should I play Gears and Skills or whatever it was called? Have you played, Skills and Gears? Have you played that? Are you actually the world champion of Skills and Gears? I doubt it. Nobody can be as good as me. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.